results this morning. Really, I thought the guys really got after it today, and have another good one tomorrow. Really important for a very, very big game on Sunday.
Getting a road win is always a big thing, and to do it against a program like Wichita State is a huge win for this program. Do you think this could be a turning point for this year?
I don't know about turning point. I know that I like where the team is. I like the way they're competing, and to go on the road in that kind of environment. And again, so much respect for Wichita State and Coach Paul Mills and their program and their coaches and their players. It was a great environment in there. We know the tradition that Wichita State has. So, but again, I'll say a conference game, is just a big win. To be able to win a game in conference play, let alone being on the road, and to have two of them right now is important for us.
Speaking of that, you beat Temple on the road, and now they're coming here. How you bottle up what you did last time and do it again?
Obviously, no different than what Temple will do. They're going to look at the game film. We're going to look at the game from the first game. They're playing a little bit different. We're playing a little bit different. We're playing a different lineup. So, yes, of course, there's a familiarity with the two teams because we played already in Philadelphia. But as far as it being the same game or anything like that, it really isn't. I know Coach Fisher very well. He's just a great coach. They got a great program. And, again, we're going to look at the film. They're going to look at the film. But both teams are playing different right now than we were a few weeks ago.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. For example, they're still shooting the threes, three ball very, very much. They right now made the second most in conference. They're leading the conference in attempts by nearly, I think it's like 60 attempts or something. So they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They're still 5 out, but they're posting the ball more. They're getting the ball inside more.
And for your team, it's good too.
And for us, I think we're playing a little bit different too. We're playing a little bit bigger. We've mixed and matched our lineup some. So again, I think the familiarity because we played is there, but I just think it's a different game.
Bobby Pettiford really, came off the bench, injected life. He seems to be doing that night in and night out for you. How big has it been, with him?
Well, I think it's big that I think anytime you go from a starting role and then you go to coming off the bench, and I just really appreciate, and the team appreciates Bobby's professionalism and the way he approached it, and he is about the team. And he knows that we want and need more from him, and he's had his moments, and he was fantastic the other night at Wichita. So I think just his whole approach, though, coming off the bench, what he did, I thought was very big, as you said, energy, but he brought leadership-wise. We had the ball in his hands late game. He made great decisions, and he was as big a part of that victory as any. And it's not about the stats. And I will tell you, because I'm going to allude to this, the way Valentino Pinetto played last game doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but he is the X factor in that game. The way he played and everything he did on both sides of the ball was a big piece of that game and victory.
How do you feel the athletes are feeling mentally and physically for this game?
I think I think you're now in late January. This is a great time of year for college basketball. You're getting into February. The focus is, NFL playoffs are starting to wind down, and it really shifts to college basketball for the month of February and into March. And I think like all players, they got nicks, they got bangs, they got bruises, they got the things that all teams are going through. But mentally and physically, I think this team's excited where we are. You look at our last few games, we're right there at UAB. We know what happened in the North Texas game. We went on the road and won at Wichita State. So I think our guys are definitely excited to play. But I know Temple is equally as excited. And, all the teams in this game, every night you look at the games in this conference, this is high-level basketball, close games. I looked at some of the games last night. The SMU and North Texas game was a phenomenal basketball game. So this is what college basketball is about this time of year.
How much does learning to win those tight games in those clutch final minutes, holding on and winning, how much does that help you guys as you go down the stretch here?
Well, I don't know if we've learned it yet, but I think it's a process that happens every single game. It happened in practice here just a few minutes ago as we wrapped up. You're working on those things all the time. But the guys do need to feel that, and they felt that. They felt that a couple other times this year where we won close games. And then they also felt the heartbreak of losing games, or being defeated in the final 2 to 3 minutes or on the last possessions with 3 seconds. So they know that feeling too. But the other night is definitely a step in the right direction. But you said it, because once you get that feeling of knowing how to win games late and you believe, that feeling can be very addictive to players. But we're getting there. We're building towards that, but we're definitely not there yet.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.